Thank you, Doug. Thanks you, Holger. Ideas. Lots of ideas. We all have ideas. It's fun. We're human beings. We love to play with ideas in our heads. A few people want to do more than playing with the idea, and we call them scientists, and I'm one of those. So you know when a good idea comes along, and I was driving on a little country road in Oregon, and all of a sudden an idea came along. This 1989 summer, I'd given a talk at the University of Oregon at Eugene, and the American government had just put up $3 billion to fund research over a 10-year period to get one human genome. Nobody had that yet. It's going to cost $3 billion. So I used to watch a TV show, maybe some of you as well, the $3 Million Man or something like that. Well, price has gone up, inflation. So that idea, you feel it. And I pulled off to the side of the road. I found a little notebook, a stenographer's notebook, and a red pen, and I scratched that idea out on 2 pages of this notebook. And to the young investigators in the audience, write your ideas down. They can become legal. My little notebook was used as evidence in a multi-million-dollar trial for patent infringement. We won. The juries looked at that and we won. So we worked away. I told my former collaborator, Dan Branton, then at Harvard, about this idea that I had of pulling a little piece of DNA, one molecule at a time, through a nanoscopic pore and watching each base go by a modulation in the electrical current in that pore. That was the idea. It was very simple. You all understood that, right? It only took us 20 years to get it to work. Us and a company, of course, that's what I'm getting up to. So we published papers. 1996, our first paper. 1999, we invented the word nanopore to describe the pore that we were using. 1998, we got our first patent. And in 2007, the first company showed up on my door up here on campus and said, we want to license all of your patents. That took us into a new world for a faculty. This is a world where $1 billion got wafted around, just a little bit of pocket change. And patent infringement lawsuits come along, and IPOs come along, and several $1 billion of investors' money come into one company. And that company was Oxford Nanopores in Britain, Oxford, Britain. And the 2 guys that came to visit us were Gordon Sanghera, the CEO, and Spike Wilcox, the CFO. And at that time, there was no company. Nobody believed that this would work. And the 3 of us, by the way, we won the Golden Goose Award a couple of years ago for having the craziest idea that actually worked. And that's the truth. So they had an IPO, the company did. They are now bringing in $100 million of gross per year. They're valued at well over $1 billion. And all of that growing out of one idea. So write your idea down. It might be what we call intellectual property. And that makes it your idea because you own the patent to that idea. So we learned a lot about business, about patent law. It was really quite an education to shake hands with a couple of businessmen who believed in the same idea that we kind of believed in were working away. Well, I really want to thank the Santa Cruz Works for arranging this. You know, what fun, really. We're just having such a good time. I'll come back next year, for example.